Alright, we're going to do an event recap on UFC 234 because this card, it felt like a fight night card, but it was a great fucking card. That's how they made up for it. You know, they had all the problems. Whittaker obviously had to be rushed to hospital because his colon got ruptured by a hernia. Like, it's just a freak accident and a freak chance of happening, but I'm already over it because now we still get to see the Whittaker-Gastelum fight. If we'd already seen it, it would be over. We won't get to see that fight. Now we've still got to look forward to Whittaker versus Gastelum. They say it's only going to be a 4 to 6 week recovery. Dana thinks it'll be less than that because they always overestimate. So maybe we see Whittaker versus Gastelum again. I don't know. At some point in the next 3-4 months. That'd be great. I like that. Let's talk about Israel Adesanya versus Anderson Silva though. Not good enough, Israel. Not good enough for a title shot yet. Let me explain. I know you beat the greatest of all time. But if you're going to make a claim for a title shot, I feel like you've got to beat Silva very convincingly. Especially because Israel wasn't the highest ranked, and Silva isn't the highest. Silva was ranked like number 13 or 15 this fight. Israel Adesanya was ranked like number 5. Number 6 maybe. I don't feel like he jumps the queue to get a title shot. I think he has one more fight. And I think it's going to be in UFC Fight Night Africa, which is the rumours. And it's going to be him versus Jacare Souza as the main event in Africa. It's going to be Francis Ngannou versus, I don't know, another guy at heavyweight. He can go on that card. Kamaru Usman can go on that card if he loses to Woodley. So yeah. I heard rumours that they're going to do a main event in Africa. That's their idea. Now they've got this African market with Adesanya and Ngannou and all this, they can actually put some names on the card, so that's what we got to look forward to. Lando Vanatta versus Marcos Rosa Mariano. I don't give him that much credit for winning. He should have dominated this guy. Lando Vanatta's a guy that kind of is falling on some tough draws. The way he fights, he fights for the fans too much, I feel. But this fight, he took the guy down, submitted him, showed what else he can do. Normally he's just known for his striking because that's what gets the fans going. He's really a fan fighter. And that's why they put him as co-main. You know, he was the main event of the Fight Pass prelims. Right at the start of the card. And they boosted him straight up to co-main event. So, you know. Good for him. And he gets a quick finish. I'd like to see Lando versus some good guys. He said he wants to fight Jim Miller. That's a great fight. I like that fight. I really do like that fight. That's great. Let's make that happen. Jim Miller, if he loses, should definitely retire because no one wants to see that. Rani Yahya versus Ricky Simon dominated him. Dominated him the whole fight. Not dominated. It was a competitive fight. But Ricky Simon was just ragdolling him. I mean, Rani Yahya, it just kind of showed that if you want to beat this guy, you just got to keep it standing. It's like the Woodley versus Meyer approach. Just dump him on his ass every now and again. Don't go to the ground with him. Ricky Simone is like... He went to the ground with him in like the last 40 seconds when he knew he couldn't be submitted. And just to secure the rounds, you know. He's a smart fighter. And I want to see him versus some of the top guys at bantamweight. I want to see him... This fight card, people are saying how no one there is ranked. You know, and it doesn't make sense and all this. Like, there was only one guy ranked inside the top 10 in this entire fight card. And his name was Israel Adesanya. But... I feel like all these guys are all surging up-and-comers that can actually compete at the highest level. Like, Ricky Simone is a savage, 15-1. You know, you look at some of the records that are on this card. Jim Crute's undefeated, 10-0 at light heavyweight. Big knockout over Sam Alvey, which I was impressed with. Sam Alvey was a bit concerned about the decision, but, I mean, you're putting your thumb up. Like, you're saying, yeah, I've not gone unconscious yet. That's basically what you're saying. Sam Alvey was literally turning his head into his shoulder to try and get out of the situation he was in. Jim Crute is pounding him shots to the back of the ear. Sam Alvey just putting his thumbs up. I'm not unconscious yet, basically. I mean, Jim Crute tried to knock the walk off, and the ref kind of jumped in, which was fucked. I'd hate that if I was Jim Crute. And then he went back to finish. I just feel like it would have been that way anyway. Like, it's like the TJ versus Cejudo thing. Once you get over it, you know, you feel like, well, what are the chances he's actually going to recover from that situation? Even the 20%, I mean, Jimmy Crute was all over him that fight, so, you know, real good performance from Jim Crute. I'd like to see him versus some top guys, who knows? Maybe him versus Tyson Pedro. Actually, no, you don't want to cancel them out. You don't want to have two guys from the same area fight each other, because then the fans have to be split. I don't know. I don't know what's next for Jim Crute. He said he wants a break, so we'll see what happens. And that's about it for this card. Prelims. Oh yeah, Devontae fucking Smith. Jesus. And Kai Kara France. I forgot about these fights. Shane Young beats Austin Arnett. Decision 3 rounds. Looked good. Austin Arnett, I don't give him that much credit for beating. I mean, Austin Arnett is now 1-3 in the UFC. So, you know, that's pretty rough. And I think Shane Young, yeah, he looked good. He went for full pressure and volume over Arnett, sort of. Arnett was sort of pulling back and picking his shots a bit too much at sometimes, and Shane Young was just keeping the volume going, you know, just outlanding Arnett every now and again. And he'd always turn it on at the end of the round, because Arnett has got good cardio, but he tends to slow down and coast towards the last minute of the round, and Shane Young took advantage, started pouring the pressure on. And then you got Kai Kara France versus Raul Pavia. This Raul Pavia, 18-1 before this fight as a flyweight. I mean, yeah, the competition isn't that good, but you know how hard it is to be 18-1 in any mixed martial arts tournament. I mean, this guy might have been the dark horse of the division. I feel like Kai Kara France should get ranked number 15 at least from this win, because he looked good. It was a close fight. I felt like it could have gone either way. I felt like there was a dominant round for each, and then one round that you could have given it to either. Not a dominant, but they clearly won, you know. I just feel like the forward pressure from Kai Kara France, the volume. I feel like Pavia had more total strikes, but Kai Kara France had more significant strikes, if you know what I mean. Like, Pavia would land stuff and it would sort of be glancing shots, but when Kai Kara France landed, he sort of stuck his feet down and boom, caught him with something fucking vicious. And then you got Devontae Smith. 3 first-round KOs in a row in the UFC. Give this man someone in the top 15. Actually, don't. Don't yet. It's at lightweight. We don't want to rush things. We need to develop this young talent. He's 10-1. Give him some time. He's been knocked out before. So let's just give him some time. He wants to get straight back in there. We'll see what's next for Devontae Smith. King Cage, he calls himself. We'll see. I feel like you should get a guy just out in the ranked bracket, but not inside the top 15. So like 15 to 25. You know, they have those guys ranked online some places. So yeah, give him another contender, and we'll see. We'll see what Devontae Smith has. Maybe give him Yancy Medeiros at lightweight. That'd be a good fight. Yancy Medeiros is just outside the top 15. Done. Fucking done. That was a great card. I'm so fucking tired. I'm so tired. I have not slept at all, but I don't give a shit. That card was worth it. Even with Whittaker and Gastelum gone, I'm glad, because now we get the build up again. And we get it on a different card with new fights and not this card. We get Whittaker versus Gastelum on a stacked card. Maybe at co-main event, some big fight in the future. We'll see. We shall see. Good shit. Like and subscribe, guys. Thanks for everyone who watched the stream as well. You know, it was sick.